Hi, people.
Hi, everyone. It's your girl, Teacher 2000. Shangana Sishawela. I teach what is your superpower. Today I have Khanyo Shandu. How do you deal with disobedient kids? Like someone who's like actively acting out just for the other kids. You know, there's always that one child who's like there and is trying to like by you just so only you can, and then he's ready to attack because he's been saving the world.
Attention seekers.
Yes,
those
those
ones, I know them. I mean, at the end of the day, they're just children. True. And I have a very deep understanding of that. So it hardly gets to that point because in the beginning, as I get to the school, I've only taught once in one school, but my style, my thing is when I get to the school, I create a relationship with the learners, like a personal relationship. And in that way, we respect each other. Yeah. I respect you, you respect me. So it hardly gets to a point where somebody is trying to, to be seen. Because I see everyone in class. If we're learning, everyone is involved. Whether I know you need help or you're strong, because they're not the same. But everyone, I see them. So it hardly gets to that point. But when it does, because, I mean, it will get to that point sometimes, I just call you to the side, because I know how intimidating that can be, and I just ask you what's up. Like, do you need help? What's wrong? Let's talk.
Like, what's the problem,
and I know I got you. If I do that, you won't do it again.
Okay, that's true. Yeah. So I've experienced the most awkward moment in my life in a classroom, where one of those moments actually happened, where a child is like trying to rile me up and all of that.
What grade is this?
What grade was it? I think it was grade 10. Okay. Or grade 8. I don't know. They're all the same. They just blend together.
Okay.
So the kid is there. Like, I'm talking to the other ones and we're discussing, and he's at the back and he's talking. Look, I'm still using the wrong pronoun. The child is sitting at the back and is making noise. And I'm like, okay, hello, Putue, what are you doing there? And it turns out the entire class turns and looks at the child and they're like, no, ma'am. It's actually a girl. So I'm like, no, I'm not talking to that one. I'm talking to that one on the side. So I had to cover that up. Have you ever had an experience that was awkward in the classroom? Or something that made you embarrassed?
Something that I remember in my last teaching experience. Okay, yeah, I remember. So this lady, she's actually one of my favorite girls because I was in a girls' school. Yeah. So it was my first days, first week, I think. So I instructed her to read. I just instruct people randomly to read. And then it was her turn. And she's reading very slow, like very lightly. Yeah. So I tell her louder, and she raises her voice, but not... I'm still not satisfied.
Oh dear.
And I continue louder. And then she looks at me like, isn't this loud? I didn't expect that. I did not see that coming. And I was just like, if I'm saying read louder, then it means it's not loud enough. I was shook. I did not expect that.
Oh my god, I can imagine.
I did not, but we ended up good. She was one of my favorites.
It's always the case.
One of the best, actually.
It's always the case. Being an educator and the experience that you've gotten, be it a teaching experience or the school that you worked at. Like, she's just like distraction by cake. I'm gonna stop giving my guests cake, guys, because the distraction. So, how have you experienced going out, like, to dinners or to a party or to a bar and bumping into one of
my kids? Oh my god!
How do you deal with that?
I never know how to react to that. It has happened to me twice or 3 times, I think. First time I was still a student teacher. and they'd scream at you, eh? Like, and I'm just like, dude, what is this thing?
Like, I don't want people to know.
What did I get myself into? But I just laugh it off and just let them go and go, you know, go my own ways.
Yeah.
And yeah, the second time was last year actually. I just acted like I don't see them. Yeah, but they started screaming and I ran and they saw that I'm running away from them because I don't know, what am I supposed to say to you?
Dude!
No, I can't.
It's always so weird.
Because really you're not nice. It's uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable because there's this certain perspective that teachers are not human and we don't have lives outside school.
Exactly.
So when they see us, they're like, oh, so you also come here.
Oh, I'm human though.
You're about to see me at some point.
It's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal.
But when I get it's like Christmas in July for them and
everybody will know.
Yes.
In the school. So mad.
That is how I knew. The kids knew that I was at Pride in Soweto. Everybody by Monday they're like, "Ma'am, we saw you," but I didn't see you.
Exactly.
It's a problem. But what are we gonna do?
What can we say?
We're just gonna need to find places further away from where we teach.
For Brazil, so.
Yes, for Mali.
And the government decides to,
increase Muputonyana.
Pay.
Like, thank you very much in advance. Like, Venezuela design is not cheap, okay? So, please, Angie, thank you. Okay, the last question. From your reflections and your perspective on education and what you've seen thus far, what would you change about it? Or what would you include, rather?
In the education system?
Yes.
Damn, a lot of things.
Okay, let's just do two other ones that you remember now, because we don't have time.
Yeah, no, I agree. First of all, can we just increase the pay of teachers? Like,
cheers to that. Thank you.
Can we just, that's one thing I would change if I had the influence. Can we increase these people's pay? Because wow,
yes,
the responsibility. So yeah, that's one thing I'd change. I increase the money.
Like, she hasn't even gone into the classroom. She's like,
and then I'm going to the classroom.
Oh my god.
We had to start there.
Okay.
And then in the classroom, I feel like we learn a lot of things that are not useful.
Yes.
To put it in a respectful way.
Yeah. In today's world.
Exactly. So yes, I feel like we learn a lot of things that do not help us in our development as human beings of South Africa. I don't know about other countries. So I would include programs that actually train children in whatever area of interest they have. So if a kid wants to grow up and be a basketball player, have a program that actually just focus on that. Because now imagine if we do that from grade R. By the time a kid is in grade 12, he's a master. He or she is the master in that area. So I'll change that. Just include, maybe replace some things, because really there's a lot that needs to be replaced.
Yes,
there's a lot. Like, there's a lot of things I learned, and I look at them now and I think,
why? I have never used this before. Like, we drew a locust in life science. In that,
I can tell you from inside out
and label it. But where can I use it?
So we waste a lot of time, a lot of energy on things that are just not important. I don't understand who created these things, and I don't understand what was their aim, what were they trying to achieve, but they're just not working.
Yes.
Because, look at us. Look at everyone around us.
Yeah.
We're not using these things. So I would definitely just include more useful things. Teach people self-development things, how to save money, finance.
How to file your tax return.
How to apply for a job.
Dude.
How to, things like that. Just create more useful things that people need to on a daily basis.
I agree.
Not where's the scare root of one? What am I gonna use that for? Like, I'm still waiting to see where I'm gonna solve for eggs.
Solve for eggs, the distance to Makali's back.
Calculate the speed of the car, the time the car is standing.
Not going nowhere. We have Siri and GPS for that now. So why do you need that? Anyway, Miss Khanyo Shandu, thank you for joining us. Finally,
thank you for having me. And
my mother is happy that you are here. And she's probably watching.
We love Mama.
Yes, we love Mama. We love Mama. And yes, I brought the cake special for her because she loves cake. Like, she's obsessed. If you wanna know,
if you wanna make me happy,
buy her cake. Any kind of cake. She just likes cake. Alright, on that note, while she's eating cake, I am Utichamba 2000. In Shanghai, I teach. And what is your superpower?
I am Khanyo Shandu, Umzulu Natal. I teach. And what is your superpower?
Please subscribe, like, comment, and catch me on social media.